Good morning, students. I hope you are doing your work, completing your homework, and started your project also. So, last class we have completed air pollution. Today we will complete the water pollution. So, water pollution is degradation of the quality of water either due to the addition of undesirable substance or removal of desirable substance that make it unfit for use by humans. Means whenever the undesirable substance is being added into the water, that changes the nature of the water and make it harmful for the human as well as the animals or the plant, then that is known as the water pollution. Now, next topic is sources of water pollution. So, there are various sources of water pollution. Among that, number one is sewage. Sewage means the wastewater from our home. So, that sewage also pollutes the water. Next is the fertilizer. This fertilizer, as we add into the soil to increase the fertility of the soil, this fertilizer get dissolved with the water and goes to the nearby means the pond or the water, and there whatever the weeds are there that grow at a very fast rate as they get the fertilizer, and soon they cover the surface of the water. So whatever the water animals or the plants that are living inside the water could not able to get the sunlight and cannot do the photosynthesis as well. So this means whatever the water animals or the plants are there, they die. So this situation is known as the eutrophication. So that also causes the water pollution. Next is the pesticide. When we add the pesticide to kill the pest, that also get dissolves with the water and pollute the water. Next is industrial effluent. Effluent means the wastewater from the industries, that also pollute the water when it is being added to the rivers and all. Thermal pollution means when the temperature of the water increases, means few means factories are there, industries are there, from where whatever the water is being means exposed, or whatever the water is being disposed, that is having the higher temperature, and when this water is being added to the river, that increases the temperature of the water, that causes the water pollution, because whatever the larva or the means the small larva or the baby animals are there, they die due to the increase in temperature. Next is the oil spill. Oil spill also pollute the water. Now next is the consequences of water pollution. What happens when the water get polluted? Number one is the diseases. Means when we consume that polluted water, we get the diseases like the typhoid, jaundice, etc. Decomposition of the organic matter is there. Whatever the organic matter is there, that get decomposed. Next is eutrophication. Already I have discussed that eutrophication, that means water animals and the plants that die due to the insufficient supply of the oxygen. Next is the reduced oxygen. The water have the less amount of oxygen that is not sufficient for the plant and the animals that are living there, so they may die. Next is the change in temperature. So due to the change in temperature, the larva of the animals may die. Now next is the weathering, weathering of the rock. So weathering of the rock is the process of breaking down of rock in the present it is the process of breaking down of the rock present on the surface of the earth into the fine particle. So that process is known as the weathering of the rock. Now this weathering can be done with the help of some agents like the sun, water, wind, or the living organism. Now whenever the sun rays falls on the rock, that get heated. So whenever the substance get heated, it expands. So whenever the temperature gets down all of a sudden, then what happened? The outer part means contracted, and the inner part is still remain expanded. So this anomalous expansion and the contraction causes the crack into the rock that get widened, and after many years it get changes into the soil. Next is the water. Water when they flow, means the rivers when they flow, they means rub the means they take the small pebbles and the stones are there in the river water. When they flow over the ground, they rub the surfaces, and in turn they means turn the changes into the rocks into the soil. Next is that this water when get inside these cracks that is being formed into the rock, this water when freezes, when due to the lower temperature get expanded, and that make the cracks more wider. Next is the wind. Blowing wind also erode the rocks. And living organism. So living organism, few means fungus are there. When they grow over the rocks, they secrete some chemical that helps in erosion of the rock. when the gaps are there, in that if the plants grow, their root go deep, penetrate inside their root penetrate inside the rocks, and there they break the rocks. Now next is the soil pollution. So soil pollution is caused by many factors. Among that is the fertilizer, pesticide, irrigation, or the industrial effluent and water. So fertilizers which are being added into the soil, if the more fertilizer is being added, it changes the of the soil, it makes the soil more acidic. Next is the pesticides, also same way pollute the land. Next is the irrigation. The faulty manner of irrigation means too much of the water if we put into the soil, the waterlogging condition is there and the soil become more saline. Next is the industrial effluents and the waste, if it is being added into the soil, that may causes the pollution. Now next is the soil erosion. Soil erosion means the swept away of the upper layer of the soil with the help of the wind and the water. That process is known as the soil erosion. Now how can we control the soil erosion? We can control the soil erosion by adapting few of the methods. First is the vegetation cover should be there, because the root of the plant binds the soil, does not let the soil to get blow away with the help of the wind or the water. Next is the controlled grazing. The grazing should be controlled so that the herbivorous animals could not graze the too much of the grasses, so that the land could not become barren. If the land will be barren, then the upper fertile layer will be swept away. Next is the terracing farming should be there in the mountain region, so that the if the upper layer the soil is being swept away with the help of the water, get accumulated in the lower layer. So we have to protect the upper fertile layer, and for that we have to prevent the soil erosion. So I think you must have understood. If you have any doubt, you can ask through the WhatsApp or the campus care. Thank you.